Good evening, girls. Welcome back to Research Methodology class. Today we are going to learn about the uses of computer in research. First, let's see the meaning of computer. As we all know, that is computer is an electronic machine for performing or computing the calculation based on the software installed by the human beings. So today, life has become impossible without computers. Computers are used in schools, colleges, and have become indispensable for every businesses or professions. Today, in the information and communication technology era, educated man cannot imagine life without computer. Computer assists to solve the problem faced by the mankind or the human beings. It performs a variety of jobs with the uses of different operating systems, software applications, internet, and such interactive tools of ICT. So computer is being used in every walks of life. Research is also an area where computers are playing a major role. The importance of computers in research is very high, and the use of a computer can help social research immensely. And it is an almost invaluable and priceless tool. There are many reasons that is the computers are important in research because of its speed, accuracy, and so on. Now let's see the components of the computer. There are three different components of the computer, that is one is input and another one is CPU and the third one is output device. That is input device, through the keyboard all the input data are entered into the computer. Based on the input informations, CPUs are processing the data and output will shown through the monitor and the printer. Now let's see that is what are the features or the characters or why the computers are important, at what is the reason. So speed is the one of the most important reason. That is all the calculations or all the sums can be done by a human being that may take a person several hours to process and calculate, but a computer can process numbers and informations in a very short time, or it will take a fraction of seconds. It means a researcher can save time with the help of computer. He may complete the research within the stipulated time and conduct the further research also. And the next one is accuracy. Accuracy means that is the computers are very accurate, so it never make any mistake. A calculation or the part of a research that is very difficult to calculate by a human, but this can be processed easily by a computer, delivering the flawless of accuracy. Accuracy is the most important in research, as a wrong that is a wrong calculations could result in an entire project or the research part being filled with incorrect informations. And the next one is organization. When a researcher is doing research, there is a different type of informations, calculations and notes, and with a computer, that is the researcher may able to store it all neatly and safely. By using simple folder, word processor and computer programs, a researcher can store millions of pages of informations which are stored safe within the computer. This is a method that is significantly more productive and safer than using the paper filing system, in which anything can be easily misplaced, therefore disturbing research. And next, last one is consistency. Here that is a Computer is a machine, so it cannot make any mistake, and it cannot be tired, having any tiredness or lack of concentration. So which human can sometimes suffer with when working, tiredness. So this trait alone make the computer that is exceptionally important to the world of research. And the next one is, for these reasons the computers are very important in research. And apart from that, that is the role of computer in the face of research processes. Computers are used in research essentially, and it is an important tool in research process. It is very useful when large number of samples are used. It has many storage devices like floppy disk, compact disk, and RAM, everything. Data can be used from these storage devices and retrieved later on. There are various steps that is necessary to effectively carry out the research. This data can be used for different spaces or a different part of the research process. That is the computer and the face of the research. Now let's see what are the different parts of the or space of the computer used in the research process. So in that there are five different spaces are there. In first one is role of computer in concept space. In this space, formulation of a research problem, review of literature, theoretical background, and formulation of hypothesis. Computer helps in searching the existing literature. It helps in finding the relevant existing research papers so that the researcher can find out the gap from the existing literature and the, at present. So bibliographic references can also be stored through World Wide Web. In the latest, computer references can be written automatically in different styles like APA method and the MLA method. APA method means American Psychological Association style, and MLA style means Modern Language Association style. So these two different styles are very popular for the writing bibliography. This saves time of a researcher. The researcher need not to visit libraries, and we no need to waste his time. This computer helps the researcher to know how theoretical framework can be built, design, and plan everything. Now let's see, that is a planning phase of the computer. So computer design and planning phase. In this space, computer can be used for deciding a population sample, questionnaire designing, and data collection. These are different internet sites which help to design the questionnaire. Several software can be used to calculate the sample size. It makes like a pilot study of the research possible. In the pilot study, sample size calculation, standard deviations are required. So computer help in doing all these activities so within few hours. The next one is empirical space. The role of computer in the empirical space. Computer helps in collecting the data in the data analysis. After collecting data, it is stored in the computer in Word file or the Excel sheet. The important application used in research are data storage, data analysis, instrumentation control, and knowledge sharing. So the necessary corrections are possible or made easily edited whenever it is required. Otherwise, it will be a time consuming process. Computer helps in referring, editing, and managing of data. So it allows for a greater flexibility in recording the data and make the analysis of data easily. So, and the next one is in the research preparation and the inputting of data is most labor intensive technique. So it consumes more time for data converting in a form which is suitable for the computer. It can be coded on the Excel sheet. These Excel or the spreadsheet can be directly opened with the statistics software for analysis. And the next one is computer in analytic purpose. So data analysis and computer data analysis interpretation can be done with the help of computer. For data analysis, softwares are available. That is, the software helps in using the techniques for analyzing the data like averages, percentages, correlation, regression, likewise, and so on. So these softwares are SPSS, Stata, SPSS in the sense uh, statistical statistical process for social sciences. So in this Stata, SciSat, etc., these are the softwares available for analysis purpose. These can also be used for checking the reliability of data, establishing and testing hypotheses, etc. Computers are used in interpretation also. So the computer check the accuracy and authenticity of the data. It helps in drafting table by which the researcher can interpret the result easily. This table gives a clear proof of interpretation made by the researcher. Data can be processed and analyzed with a very simple and speed. Moreover, the results obtained are generally correct and reliable. A researcher can generate statistical data, put findings of the collective data, make the design, pictorial graphing, and reports are being developed with the help of computers. So, this is the crucial and most essential part of the researcher which can perform easily with the that is these tools like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other analyzing tools. So knowledge is sharing through the internet. That is very important. So in this, computers provided an entirely new way of sharing the knowledge. Today, anyone can access the latest research paper that are made available for free on websites. Sharing of knowledge and collaborations through the internet has made international cooperations and scientific project that is also possible. Through various kinds of analytical software program, computers are contributing a scientific research in every discipline ranging from that is in any discipline or in any project or any um, project or any type of whether it is a science or social science or scientific research, whatever the case may be. So discovering the new pattern and providing the that is the discovery results. When the work in that is neutral based on the artificial intelligence advances and computers are granted with the ability to learn and think for themselves, Future advances in technology and research will be even more rapid. So, so if we survive a human life and manage not to self-destruct of our civilization, future is going to be an exciting time. Thus, we can say that the use of computer in any type of a research work is so important and essential because it is difficult to conceive today uh, the research project without computer. Many research studies cannot carried out without the use of computer, particularly that is the research in very complex computations, have that is having data analysis and such statistical work. Then the next one is research computer in role of computer in dissemination space. So in the research in dissemination space, after the interpretation, computer helps in covering the results into a research article or the report. That is a dissemination in the sense nothing but passing the discoveries or to communicate the results of the research to the public public, that is known as dissemination. So for this, while publishing the article or the research report, so which can be published, it can be written in a word format or in a PDF format. Article can be stored or published on the website. So for this purpose, the computer is very very essential. So and the references and the computers. So after completing the Word document, a researcher need to give sources of literature studied and discussed in references. Computers helps in preparing references. References can be written different style. Already I said that is APA and MLA method. All these details of author's journal, publication, volume, book number that can be filled in the option. That is references given in computer and it automatically change in the information into a required style. Some software like Midley are also used to manage the references. A researcher need not to worry about the remembering all the articles from where the literature is taken. It can be easily managed with the help of Midley. So these are the different spaces or different parts of the computer uses in the research processes. And the next one is based on these research processes. Here in this slide I specified the tools and applications used in the research processes. So SPSS in the most popular tool used for the statistical analysis. So this package is recently that is 20 version 24 is also 25 is also available. It provide all analysis facilities like data view or the variable view, measuring the central tendency, dispersion, social statistical inferences, correlation, regression, analyze for variance, non-parametric or parametric test. So everything is possible using this statistical tools. Then apart from that, that is a data analysis tools like a spreadsheet, word processor, or the presentation software like a PPT, PowerPoint presentation, and database management packages, browsers, So here in this slide, some of the browsers are higher, that is specified very clearly. That is tools through internet search engine or the search things. That is Google. That is Google is the very popular search engine like Yahoo, web browser, Excite, Altavista. So these are the things it is very uh, frequently and popularly used search engine. And based on the online data or the documentation management, that is Dropbox, Google Drive, Google Docs, MS SkyDrive, software, Microsoft 365. So these are the thing that is used by the researcher for storage in the information. And online data collections like online forms. Now the Google Forms are very famous for collecting the online informations, or that is using like online questionnaire and online surveys. Then collaboration tools like Skype, Voice, that is Skype and the Skype voice and video conferencing, uh, and Google Hangouts or the Google Meets. So that is in the Google Meets, voice and video conferencings are possible. So nowadays these are very famous and very popular in the online classes or online meeting, online conferences. And the next important thing is modern research tools. So in the modern research tools, that is Zotero, Evernote, these are the very famous modern research tools. That is in the modern electronic research tools, Zotero and Evernote make the collection of research data and collaboration between the colleagues possible, which that the past would have been difficult, expensive, and even impossible. They also save large amount of time citing and creating bibliographies. Evernote allows the user to capture digital content, including web page, PDF files, or that is snippets of web page, organize them, annotate them, share them, publish them, and search them. And next one is that is basic steps in data processing and analyzing. So, what are the basic steps for using the data entry? So, data entry is the first step. Data entry in the spreadsheet or the data entry into the SPSS. So the spreadsheet data entry sheet is also similar to the spreadsheet only. So all the collected data are entered in the SPSS sheet or then like a spreadsheet. So that is based on using some codings. So data, all the data are giving the coding. So once the data are editing and coding, then classifying all the data into that is based on the different classifications, then it will be entered. Then the next step is selection of procedure from the menus. So in this, once the data are entered in the spreadsheet, so it is entered in the spreadsheet. Selection of the procedure in the that is in the menu what are the whether the data required, the graphs or tables or figures, what kind of figures it's required, what type of chart or diagram, tables, graphs. So everything is that is possible using this data using the computers. So the once the all the data entered, so select the procedure like that is entered in the entered in the computers. And the last step is selection of variables for analysis. So in this selection of variables for analysis,